Hey everybody, I'm Tony Varela. You know what time it is. It's my favorite day of the week. New Comic Wednesday, December 4th, 2019. I'm your host, Tony Varela. And this is my co-host, Yogi Yogs. We got a lot of hot comics we're going to show you today, so you ready? Let's do it, Yogs. Alright. So, we're going to start out with a little Dynamite. Got some Vengeance of Vampirella, number 3 right there. And my favorite of the Vampirella titles right now is just the straight up Vampirella. The one Art Germ's been doing the covers on, the one Priest has been writing, and Art Germ's been doing those covers, and Junggueun is the artist inside on those. But Thomas Snigowski is doing the writing on this book, and it's actually pretty entertaining. The Michael St. Maria art, it's mid-level, it's not bad. And then they're giving us a dope Lucio Perillo cover, and that one's extra nice, so I like that one. What do you think, Yokes? You ready? You ready to do this, buddy? So from DC, we got Batman 84. You know how I feel about Tom King. He's just been dragging us along, just stringing us along, just ready to get rid of Tom King. And one of the worst things to do is have a long run, and then when it's finally culminating, you switch artists on us. So we got Jorge Fornes doing the art inside, and I'm not a huge fan. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not of the quality of Michael Janin or Tony Daniel or any of the artists that do detectives. So come on, man. You know we've been suffering with Tom King. Throw us a bone. So we got one more issue to deal with that, and then Tinian will be doing the writing on that Batman title, so I can't wait. But at least they're giving us this dope Francesco Mattina cover. And woo, that's a nice cover. Not a huge amount of comics today, but some really nice covers. And this one is no exception. Deathbringer number 1. Zoe Quinn's doing the writing on that, and Brent Peoples is doing a pretty nice job on the art, but that Victor Bogdanovitch cover, that's the one I'm loving. And that is the tale of how Donna Troy gets to be one of the infected. Now, she's already appeared in books, so this isn't the first appearance of that infected Donna Troy, but it is sort of the origin of how she became infected. So if you looked at Batman, Superman last week, you already got a glimpse of that. Justice League number 37. Now I had dropped this book because, again, culmination of a long run, and you switch artists on us, and it just was going on forever. But I was sucked in by this Tony Daniel cover, and then I noticed that Jorge Jimenez was back on the art, and Scott Snyder always does a solid job with the writing, but he usually has a hard time wrapping it up, and this seems to be no exception. So I hope this one turns me around, because I was trying to stick it out from that run, but they were just killing me. So for Marvel, we got Black Cat number 7. This is another title that I had dropped, but this cover's just too sexy to pass up, right, Yokes? Too sexy. J. Scott Campbell giving us a big banger. Travel Foreman is not a bad artist, and the Jed McKay story is not that bad either. Just sometimes you got to make some tough cuts, but I couldn't stop that badass cover. And look at this one too. Woo-wee! Black Widow number 3, that's a Junggueun Yoon cover, and I had read the first 1 or 2 issues of this, and it's not bad. Jody Hauser's doing the writing on that. We got Stephen Mooney doing the artist, and actually it looks to be a lot of action in this book. We got appearances from Hawkeye and Daredevil. And speaking of Daredevil, we got Daredevil number 14, and this title is great. Man, if you're not on this book, man, it's definitely one of Marvel's best. Especially with Chip Zdarsky doing the writing, and Marco Cicchetto is doing the pencils, and I really like his style. Sometimes artists, they tend to copy one another or look the same, but Cicchetto's art is not like anyone I've seen, and it's really grown on me. He was doing the Old Man Hawkeye series before that, and that one was really good too. Also, they've been giving these HyungLee and Tedesco covers, and I love me some Tedesco. There was also a decent $20.99 scan Elektra variant, but I passed it up. But I could not pass up a HyungLee cover. Ooh-wee, so shiny. That's a Marauders number 3. We got Jerry Dugan doing the writing, and Michelle Bandini is doing the art, and I believe there's a first appearance of Black Bishop. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But that cover is super dope. I also have a version of that in the mail as well, so hopefully I'll be showing you that in due time. And another title that I've really enjoyed, and one that I just constantly trying to drop, you know, it's like, Old Man Quill number 12. Ethan Sachs just doing a great job on the writing, and this is the final issue of this run. Robert Gill's art inside is great, and we also got a decent John Tyler Christopher cover of, what's his name? Star-Lord, facing off with Galactus there. And this will be finishing up, and then we'll be starting the Wasteland Avengers title, which I'm kind of excited about as well. And we got us a beautiful Clayton Crane cover. Venom 2099. Jody Hauser's doing the writing on that. We got Francisco Mobley and Geraldo Borges doing the art inside. And there's also another couple of covers you might consider buying because it's supposed to be the first appearance of the ultimate Venom that is a she-Venom. Maybe Venom was a she all this time. I don't know, but if you want the first cover appearance of that, you should have grabbed one of the other issues, but I like this Clayton Crane. I'm going to stick with that. Boom. Next up, we got X-Men number 3. Jonathan Hickman's doing the writing on this book, and Hickman's writing is really revitalized the X-Men franchise. And we got Lionel Francis Yu's pencils inside, which is pretty good as well. And that is the Marvel 25th Anniversary Alex Ross cover. And I've shown you some of those frequently on my videos, and they've all been really good. So kind of hard to find. The comic shops haven't been ordering a lot of those, so I've been lucky to pick most of them up, or most of the good ones anyways. And so a title that had been killed because of a lawsuit over the title. It was Dead Rabbit before, and it's Dead Eyes now, and we're finally into new canon for this issue. So good stuff there. You know what I'm thinking? I don't remember the first one being colored, but this one's definitely colored. Jerry Dugan's doing a great job on the writing. I really like his writing style. Ultra-violent story as well. We got John McRae doing a nice gritty style on the art, and that is the McRae cover. However, there is a Gerard Zaffino cover that I'm going to be trying to get shortly. And Zaffino's dope, man. His covers are almost all good, except for last week with that X-Force. That was a disappointment, but normally they kill. This is the title I had jumped off of, Die. And this is number 10, written by Kieran Gillen and Stephanie Hans. And Stephanie Hans does some dope variant covers as well. But I didn't really feel this title like most people did. This is a really speccable title, and I got the first couple of issues, so I dropped off after that. It kind of seemed like a little bit of a ripoff of Jumanji, but this cover, that's beautiful. I want to frame that. It's Dittman, and that's the cover B. And I almost picked up multiples of those. That one was so dope. And the last issue of today, this is Spawn 303. We got McFarlane doing the writing. We got Jason Sean Alexander. I love his art, man. His art is dope. Right, Yokes? We got us a Mattina cover, and there was also a McFarlane cover and a McFarlane black and white of the same image, which was of a medieval Spawn, and not my favorite McFarlane art. So another one I picked up in the mail. This is that is 2099 Alpha, and Pepe Larraz does the art inside, and there's probably some first appearances in there. So I went ahead and grabbed this 1 in 50 variant by Ryan Stegman, and I got that really good price. If you look on eBay, you can get some deals on that book, and for a 1 in 50 to get it less than 20 bucks, kind of hard to do. I also got this, what is it, Amazing Spider-Man number 30. That is the Carnageized Mary Jane Virgin variant. That's not the Virgin, that's the trade dress. And we also got a Shannon Meyer Fallen Angels number 1. And there's another X-23 Shannon Meyer that'll be coming in the mail, but I believe they got damaged. There's a little bit of a delay on the ship on that, but I did grab 2 copies of this one. And Taskmaster, I don't know if you've seen the Black Widow preview for the new movie coming up. Looks pretty dope, although Taskmaster is going to have a cape and the skull face. I really need that skull face, but I've been told that it's going to be designed more after this modern style Taskmaster. And this is the first issue of the first original series of Taskmaster, and it was a 4-issue series. And it has pretty nice art and a decent story as well, but I was able to pick all of them up in fantastic condition while I was in Texas a couple of weeks ago. And $15 for the 4 of them, I couldn't pass that up. Just the first issue goes for more than that at times, but Some other happenings today are some books that you might consider picking up. We got 20XX, that's a new series from Image, and it's about telepaths or some kind of mutants versus regular people. They're warring for some reason. We also had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers team up, and there was a 1 per store variant on that, and I really got close to buying my store's issue, $40, and it was not a bad price considering what they're going for on eBay, which is around $60. Not a big fan of those, so I like to buy. I always say you can't go wrong if you buy what you like. You know, not everything's going to be blowing up in value, and sometimes things will go down in value, but if you buy what you like, you're in good shape either way. We also had a title called The Butcher of Paris. It's about a Nazis and the Allies were both searching for a serial killer back in the World War II era. That's a 5-issue series. There's also a book called Kill Whitey Donovan that was picked up by Hideout Pictures. I don't know, the whole racy thing and the title just made me uncomfortable. We had Buffy the Vampire Slayer has a first appearance of Kendra, which is a new Slayer. So if you're a Buffy fan, you might think about grabbing that. Joker Harley was supposed to come out today, Criminal Insanity. That was pushed, I believe, and then Doctor Doom is a title that I dropped. It was pretty decent to start out, but I'm good with that. Amazing Spider-Man, I'm continuing the boycott. One of my most favorite characters. I even got the shirt on today, but man, I'm tired of that Ryan Otley, and oh man, I just can't take it. They're just killing that title right now. Nick Spencer, that's the other one. Savage Avengers, I dropped that one today. Just kind of not a lot going on with that. And then Miss Marvel has a first appearance of a character called Storm Ranger, which is her sentient suit, her symbiote suit that has sentience, but it's kind of robotic too. I don't know, it's weird. You'll have to check it out if you're into Miss Marvel, but I'm not. The Annihilation series came out today, Fantastic Four and Nova. I did not get the books because the art looks really shoddy inside and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on, but I did grab the comic box and really dope art. The art is done by Jose Maria Casanovas, and that art is sick. Very similar to the Delato Annihilation series art as well, so definitely up and coming artist you want to check out. A couple of titles, there was Conan Serpent War. I did not grab that, same thing. The art just looked kind of meh. It's a weird hodgepodge of characters. However, there is a 1 in 50 HyungLee variant and a 1 in 100 David Finch variant that are really nice if you think it's worth picking up for a cover buy, but I think that story is going to fail. Deathstroke 50 was out today, and that is the final issue. There was a beautiful Scan variant, but I was not able to pick that one up, so I let it lie. I really love the art in that book, but I just can't follow it, man. I just can't figure out what's going on. Also, Ghost Rider 2099 was out today, and I'm not digging those 2099 characters too much. And lastly, Excalibur, definitely one of the least of the X-Men books that have came out since the House and Powers of X. But definitely check out X-Men, Fallen Angels, X-Force, definitely my 3 favorites. Hey, that's all me and Yogi got for you. Thanks for joining us. Remember to look down and hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wife to see me and Yogi Yogs every week, every Wednesday for all the hottest comics and variant covers. We'll see you next time. Good job, buddy.